Survivor, here you are. Thank God you're alive. Come on in and take a seat. We'll get the Band-Aids. What is this place? Oh, believe us, this is the safest place in the wastes. Our fortress, our sanctuary, our garage. While you're inside, nothing is dangerous for you. Screams, dirt, blood, it's all left behind. Here, all you can see is workbenches, heart-to-heart talks, an almost imperceptible smell of engine oil. We'll tell you how to build the best craft, expose all the secrets, teach you how to survive on the outside. Every fighter is valuable, and we don't want to lose you, Survivor. Press the bell icon to never lose this place on YouTube. And tell everyone you meet on the battlefield about this show. If you enjoy what you see, don't hesitate to press the like button. This is somewhat of a common courtesy here. Let's go. A quick reminder about a special die giveaway. Do you want this beautiful and highly exclusive die for your brand new craft? When we have 75,000 subscribers on this channel, the garage owners will give a unique die to everyone entering the game. All you will need to do is literally launch Crossout. The time of the offer will be limited, but we will describe in detail how to get the prize. So, what are you waiting for? The Firestarters introductory event has come to an end, and the faction is now into its full potential in the wastes. Anyone with Lunatic's reputation level 10 can join them. New parts is probably the most important thing about such events. The assortment of faction parts has increased compared to the last episode of the garage. We can now inspect it in its entirety. Bat. One of the standard cabins which Firestarters use in the wastes. Werewolf. With this one, your loss can turn into a win. When destroyed, it leaves a guided drone which can be exploded within 10 seconds. Shiv. The name Shiv underlines the sharp emotions you experience while driving it. Spikes on the wheels deal damage to the enemy. The faster you go, the harder it is for those under the wheels. Bigfoot, a big one for big problems. Can be shot easily, but it will go through where others have to stop. Phoenix. A standard crossbow wasn't enough for the Firestarters engineers, so they attached some explosives to it. The bolt is attached to the part of the craft and explodes after some time. Incinerator emits an incendiary shell for a middle-range distance. There's a burning area on the site of an explosion which deals additional damage to all of the aims. Solstice shoots 3 explosive wheels at once, which detonate upon collision with the enemy or when they're shot. Meat grinder. Spinning screws, which you can move on. It allows strafing and deals physical damage upon collision. Gorynych. Once, it was an agricultural flamethrower for destroying agristal and pest, a rare case, when the essence hasn't changed in time. It eats parts when it hits the target. They get up to 100% more damage depending on the beat rise. Profiteer. A harpoon which clings to the enemies, allies, surroundings, and drones. Works over a distance of its toe length. Pursuer. A craft with this engine on takes down anything in its way. Small obstacles, gaping raiders, a roof. Only one engine can be installed on a craft. The speed of the craft increases the weaponry and missile reload speed. The max effect is up to 30% with the speed of up to 80 kilometers an hour. Tormentor. During a limited amount of time, this contact weapon spins faster and deals additional damage, but it overheats and becomes more vulnerable when damaged. Constructional elements are traditionally given for achieving reputation levels. They can't be sold or bought on the market. Faction portraits is pretty much the only thing we haven't discussed yet, and they reveal stories of 3 more of its representatives. By increasing faction reputation levels, you gradually unlock their avatars in the game. Vesuvius is the most dangerous Firestarter. He's got angry with the whole world and kept aloof from the people after the Crossout, which left only ashes of his city, famous for his patient character. He loses his temper rarely, but when he does, those around better stay away. He just rampages, ruthless, uses flame as his colors. Etna was born after the Crossout among Firestarters and got her name after the active volcano. You won't take her for anyone else. Very high with bright red hair, you can see her for a mile. She steadily follows the ritual chariots of her faction and wants one day to get behind the wheel herself. She's the only one not scared of Vesuvius' rage and capable of overpowering him. Sun Guy came over from the south several years after the Crossout. Firestarters didn't get to ask what he's been doing for all these years, and thus earned his trust. A silent warrior, unquestionably fulfilling even the toughest orders, quickly sided with the gang and ingratiated himself with the leader. Thanks to her, he got an honorable place of the color bearer, and sometimes of an assassin as well. To be quite honest, these days it's hard to believe in such unconditional loyalty. It's more likely that during the Crossout, Sun Guy lived through something so tough that he's got nothing else left to do but indisputably follow the orders of others. Survivors. A distinctive feature of the garage mechanics is a caring attitude to your opinions. No double games here. We do read each comment. It's true. We form the major vector of the game and take cues from your impressions to correct. As a proof of this, in today's weaponry, there's a ton of changes in the game, which the community has been asking for. We've agreed on its reasonability and brought them to life. Some of them have already happened. Others are soon to come. 1. Drone nerfing. After the appearance of drones, some players complained of other survivors abusing those. Other players formed their combat style on mechanical assistance only. We didn't want to put drones out of the game. As any other element, they appeared for a reason. This is why, in the 0.8.20 patch, Equalizer's slew rate was decreased by a quarter, as was the firing distance of Sidekick. In addition, the operating radius of a drone is decreased by 60%. Now, it can't get that far away from a host. And with adding the harpoon in the 0.8.50 update, the new Firestarters faction got a powerful additional weapon for fighting the so-called drone nerfers. We'll keep an eye on the stats and continue correcting the parameters should the need arise. 2. Hover nerfing. The appearance of the hovers made the fight way more dynamic and interesting, but shifted the balance. As an epic part, it should have an advantage over the rare ones, but in current situation, this advantage turned out to be too huge. Unrivaled maneuverability and high speed of hovers allow for dodging the shells and machine gun fire, compensating for low structure. We decided to make up for their efficiency, limiting their max speed, and to guarantee that, hovers appear less in the newbies fights. Power points have been increased from 150 to 225. These changes will be in effect with the 0.9.0 patch, which is planned to be released in the beginning of next week. 3. Equaling the crafts with the same power points. With the next update, all constructional parts, with no exceptions, get decreased power points. The thing is, Their contribution to major craft parameters was too big. It was not uncommon that opponents with unequal firepower met on a combat field. We've even analyzed this situation, given advice on crafting right here in the garage. On one side, there was a craft with lots of constructional parts, yet weak weaponry. On the other one, it was meant by a well-armed ride with fewer parts. Their parameters were nearly equal, but actual power was much different. With the current decision, we automatically transfer such players into different categories. This update allows for more accurate selection of players based more on the installed weaponry. 4. Free play mode. Survivors rejoice! Soon, all of you will get the opportunity to try out single-player mode and a group mode. A free mode will be available with one of the future updates by pressing the button of the same name. It'll not provide any rewards, but you can choose the map you need, invite other players into the combat, and allocate them by teams. Bots can be turned on and off. 5. Quick crafting. It'll be available from the beginning of next week. The craft will be constructed with the parts kept in the warehouse. The system analyzes them and automatically chooses the most appropriate craft out of the previously uploaded drafts, built during the new Faction Crafts contest. The ride will be painted in random color out of those you already have, and will replace the current slot of the player. All these corrections have become possible with your direct involvement, survivors. An opinion expressed constructively will always meet an approval on our side. We're looking forward to more and more such opinions with time on all our feedback channels. Just wanted to ask whether we're gonna have replays in the game. We plan on adding the replays, but it's a tough task which requires time to fulfill. Will Crossout be out on Switch? No such plans so far. Will you develop Steppenwolves? It looks flawed compared to others. We gradually add more and more new parts in each faction, including the military ones. Follow the updates. Well, that's it for today, survivors. Fight, train, design, and trade. A whole new world with its weird order awaits for you. See you in a week right here in the garage. Tell your friends about the show if you like it, and leave your comments. We're always ready to hear you out. Be seeing ya.